Welcome back to the next part of C++ learning jointly presented by CodeChef and GCCT. I am Aditya Kumar Shah and I am going to discuss about maps and we have already discussed about pairs in previous videos. Looking at the previous example of frequency of numbers in an array, we are given an array and we need to find its frequency. We talked about two possible solutions, one using an array, one using a map, and we are going to discuss the map solution in detail, but we need to look at the map class first. It is defined in the map header and it is a sorted associative container consisting of multiple key value pairs with unique keys. That is, the key has to be unique. In pair we had the key value pair to be unique, but here we only need the key to be unique. The first element is also known here as first and the second as second. Let's run some code about to look at how the map class works, and then we will solve our frequency problem. So here I am declared a map int comma int, and we are inserting a couple of values, and we have already looked into different ways to insert values in a pair, and it is same. We are inserting a pair actually. So there is an insert function which takes a pair, or you using the pair constructor, or you can use the make pair function, or you can use the array subscript method. Here the key is provided in the square brackets, and after the equal to sign right side we provide the value. So please take a note that when we use insert, then the values won't be updated. So if first we inserted 7,20 and then again we insert 7,10, the 20 won't get replaced by 10. So this value won't get entered and there won't be a duplicate because the key has to be unique. Let's run and see. We can see all the values have been inserted and there is only a single row with the key 7 and the value is 23. So how come 23? I just now said that the value cannot be modified using the insert, but take a look here. We are using the subscript method also. This array subscript method allows you to modify the value or add a value if the key doesn't exist. That's why it got modified. If I comment this line and then run, then so we compile it and then we run it, and now we see that the 7 is 20. So it remained this, and the second line actually made no effect to the map. So this is how you print an map or actually use it using an iterator. So the function that is you can use to begin the iterator, that is the first value, you can get the pointer using the dot begin, and the last iterator which is after this element which points to next element after this is dot end. And then to access each value use the first and the second, and since it is an iterator we are using the reference sign, not the dot sign. So we are now using the copy constructor to assign the value of map1 to map2 using the iterator method, which is we are providing the beginning and we are providing the end. It doesn't have to be end, we can provide whichever element we want to copy till, and that will be copied to the map2, and we see that the map 2 is a ditto copy of map 1. As you can see, this is the map 1 and this is the map 2. The last value is ignored because it's the end, so it is copying before this iterator. And now we are looking at some other functions of map, the erase function, which will erase the value starting from the beginning iterator till one element before this lower bound, whatever iterator it returns. So what does lower bound do? Lower bound returns the iterator to the key which is either equal to 10 or just the next element. Since there is no 10, the next element is 13, which is returned, so all elements before it gets erased. So we can see that 1 and 7 has got erased and we are left with only 3 elements. There are other ways to use the erase function, as we can see below at line 56, and we can see that this erase is taking the key value directly and erasing and returning a value 1 or 0, where the 1 indicates that the value has been removed and 0 indicates the value hasn't been removed. The chances are the value didn't exist in the map, and we see the value actually got removed because one element is missing, that's the 17. And how do we access the elements? Say we know the key and we want to access that value directly from the map without iterating all of the elements, which we can use using the dot at. We could also use the dot array subscript, but dot at provides us a bound checking. So if the element is not found, it will return as an error, and we could catch the error to prevent an unexpected crash of our program. So here 13 was found and the value was 10, but 8 was not found, so it gave us an out of range error. Now let's go to our frequency problem, which would be a cup of cake by now. We have defined the array and its size in n, and we are storing each value using the array subscript method. What is it is doing? It is taking the each element and it is adding 1 to its value. What if the element doesn't exist? Then by default it will take 0, so it will add 0 plus 1 and make the first value as 1. So this is a very handy situation. And then we can see by iterating over the map that if we have got the correct value, we have chosen the same array so that you can compare it with our previous slides. And we can see it returned, and not just returned, it returned in a sorted way, as we already know that it is a sorted container. We could also iterate into reverse using the reverse iterator, which you can look into the references, and you can find all references of all functions and everything in the CPP reference website, which have all the functions and everything defined here, and a lot of functions are there, and it's very good to look at the documentation. Thank you, and we will end our session today here. And if you like this video, I would like you to keep coding and keep coding. Thank you. Bye bye.